Do you know about today's slang? So, for example, the word cap. If someone said to you cap, do you know what cap means?
Ah, I just learned this 2 days ago. Okay, and what cat means is uh, to apparently to lie in some way. So, for example, if you say use it in a sentence like no cap, like something something something, like you know what I mean, but like no. So it's basically saying like no bullshit is no cap.
All right, you know what? I'm going to applaud you. This is what started it for me. When my wife months ago said no, I'm like, what the fuck is no cap? And she explained it to me. And then I told the story to my daughter, and she's like, it's so weird for it to coming out of your mouth. That's the reason I had to do
Yeah.
this. I had to do this. This is one
Two
that's a
days
little bit.
ago, I learned it. 2 days ago, I literally learned it. My employees were like, they were like, John, we're gonna use this in a sentence. No cap. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? No cap. A cap, no cap, all stuff. So again, I'm not cheating, but I just learned this 2 fucking days ago.
No, I. This is one.
Because
This is what's one of the first
yes.
ones. I figured this one has been around a little bit, has made it to some
I don't get
videos.
it,
Oh, I
but
don't
I
get it
know what
either.
it means. I
I,
don't
I
know where's the cap? Like what cap are you talking about? Like why is there no cap? Like are you capping? Like what are you capping? I don't get it. I don't get it.
No, I agree. So no, I'm applauding you. You like I said, this is there's a few that I feel like you can get, and you might get them all. I doubt it, but you might get them all. Who knows? But yes,
I doubt
cap.
it.
That was the first one, and I'm
Cap
glad.
slash no cap, yeah.
Yes, no cap, cap. Snack. I will put in a sentence after. I'm just kind of putting the word out there first. But if someone
Like
said,
something's a fucking like I feel like I've heard this like something or someone is labeled as a snack.
"Oh, you're on the right track. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
In
You're doing."
in some sort of way. It's like, oh, that's like a snack. And thankfully, my wife is a lot more cool than I am because she's a lot younger than me. But I've heard snack, but I don't know the exact definition of it.
You're close. So it's basically a person you find attractive.
Oh
So you're
shit!
like,
But like,
she's a
why are they a
snack.
snack though?
Because
Like,
I
are you
don't
gonna
know.
just like a bag of fucking Lay's as a snack? Does that mean I'm gonna eat it and forget about it and potentially have diarrhea later? Like,
You
what is a
find those
snack?
Doritos attractive.
But like for example, but like a snack is like a short-term thing. So for me, it's like if I'm like, oh, that person's a snack, like, all right, then it's gonna be somebody that like I hit it and I quit it with because it was just a snack. That shit ain't dinner. There's no
I,
reservations. There's
I'm
no
just telling you,
wine list involved. You know what I mean?
I
It's a
can
fucking
understand that.
snack.
I don't know. You just want to eat it. I don't know,
Some
but
Ritz crackers and some fucking cheese. That's a fucking snack.
that is a snack. But no, snack is a person you find attractive.
Okay. But initially, but it may not want to be long term. Okay, gotcha.
Bet.
I bet.
Bet.
What do you mean?
All
Like
right. So I
bet?
was just I was
BET?
just throwing
Like,
out there. So if you like if you said Final Fantasy VII was the greatest game ever, I'm like bet. What do you think I would
bet
mean?
on what?
Just
Like that I'm betting on it? Like,
nope. Just the
I'm
word bet.
confused. By
All right.
itself?
Just bet by itself. That is it. Bet. So
I'm
I can
literally the
sense
shrug emoji right now.
I can sense your confusion. Bet means to agree with what someone said. Kind of remember the old way, like, hey, you bet, but now it's just bet. So if you're like, oh man, that place was, great party last night. Bet.
Oh.
Your base bet means to agree with someone. So I think that like when
Oh.
we were kids, like, hey, yeah, you bet, man.
Okay.
Again, I don't fucking get it, but yeah,
Bet.
just
Bet.
bet.
Like better believe, like something like that.
Yep,
Like,
just bet.
okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Bet. Okay. Just a one word bet.
Oh,
All right.
a
Bet,
lot
yo.
of these are
Bet.
just one word. So there's one that's like a two-word thing, but yeah, most of these are just
Okay.
one word.
Bet.
I'm just
No
giving you.
idea.
Yeah, hey, you got cap. And I applaud you just for getting cap. But you learned that two
I'm
days
just
ago. So
I'm lucky
take the luck when you
because
get it.
yeah, somebody they basically were asking me to say it in a sentence because I'm at least 20 years older than everybody in that store. So I'm
Uh,
old man Jenkins.
drip.
Drip, I do know. This is like your like fashion sense and shit, right?
Yeah,
Like your right? Yeah, like this is like your like it's very like it's like your fit. Like your fit's like your outfit and shit like that. Drip. I only know this because I watch the Celtics, I follow Celtics players, and they always talk about their drip and their fit and everything like that. So this I do know.
Yeah, you're correct. To look fashionable, to look sexy and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Wow, two
Yeah.
so far. I'm impressed.
I'm impressed with myself. Yeah. I'm in touch with these kids.
Are you
Bet.
really though?
Yeah.
So all
Not
right,
really.
here's the
No.
next one. Slaps.
This shit slaps. Yeah, I do know this. Like it means like something is fucking like if it's a good song, it's like, oh yeah, this shit fucking slaps, right? Something like that.
Holy shit, dude. I'm impressed.
Shit slaps, dude. I'm on the internet a lot. You
I'm
know what I
not.
mean? And thankfully, I do hang out with some youngins. But yeah, slaps. I do know. Yes.
Wow, 3 out of 5. I didn't think you get 3 all total.
Oh my God, maybe I am still old though. I
Don't
can't
worry,
turn
don't
the
worry.
clock back.
Well, there's a couple. Like I said, there's 1 or 2 more. All right, this
Yo, this
one.
shit
All
slaps.
right, here we
Yeah.
go. Good looks.
Good looks. I feel like you and I have used this. That's not that new, but good looks of being like good looking out, kid. Like good looks. Like yeah, I see you, I hear you, right? Good looks.
Kind of.
Kinda
It's
ish.
it's where it comes from, but in quicker terms, it means thank you.
Oh,
So yeah, you
okay.
were right. It kind
Yeah.
of stems from good looking out, probably. But yeah, good looks. Just like thank you.
All
Like
right,
hey
good looks,
man,
good looks.
you
Yeah,
know,
good looks, good
you
looks.
made a
Yep.
great dinner tonight. You're like good looks. Yeah. So you're
I
in
would
there.
never say that to my wife. That's she would be like,
I
"You
was saying that
fucking
I
liar."
would hope not. I would really, really fucking
All
hope
right,
not.
good looks, good looks, good looks, fellow kids.
This one you might not get right away, but if I use in the sentence, it's pretty obvious. So tea, like the drink, TEA.
Oh, this I do know because I've hung out. You know what I think it is and a lot like Jill is that like I've hung out with young people, but like this is like, yo, like come over here and tell me the tea. It means gossip.
Correct.
Yeah, so it's like spill that tea. Like,
Correct.
oh, thank God my wife is so much younger than me. That this is making me feel great because like she'll be like, yo, tell me the tea. But like down when I worked in Savannah, Georgia. A lot of my employees down there be like, "Yo, did you hear the tea?" And I'd be like, "The fuck is the tea?" And they'd be like, "Yo, spill that tea," and they're just talking shit.
Wow, I'm impressed. I mean, like I said, that to me was one of the easier ones. All right, this is the one my wife hates. Hates, hates,
Okay.
hates most. Bussin'.
Yeah, I've heard bussin', but I'm not entirely sure what bussin' refers to. I know it's an adjective, but is this picking up? Is this catching on?
Oh no, this is one of the bigger ones.
Okay,
At least in high
bussin'.
school. I'm not saying with the people you work
What
with.
is
So,
bussin'?
so
Like,
if
what
I
does that
like,
mean? Like, this is really
I'm
bussin'.
like
What
these
is
chicken
that?
nuggets are bussin'. It basically means
Bussin' where? They're taking
no,
the bus, like
no,
somewhere?
they're delicious. They're really good.
But
Bussin',
like bussin', like
bussin',
busing, like they're currently
Bussin.
busing.
Bussin'. Yes, yeah. Like if you were,
Where's the connection there? Like I'm taking public transportation. These are so good. This is as delicious as public
this
transportation.
is so good. I just need to get away
Bussing
from this fucking
tables.
place.
Yeah, it's
I
like,
don't know.
oh
I
man, this
don't know.
reminds me when I bust tables. This is so good. Bussin'.
Bussin'. Bussin', like it's more.
Okay.
It means really good food, delicious. But yes, bussin'. These
The
nuggets are
shit's
bussin'.
bussin'.
Shit's
Oh,
bussin'.
bussin'.
But you got
It's
yeah.
just, does it mean anything or is it just a sound?
No, bussin'. Just really good.
This is
It's just
bussin'.
bussin'. Like when you
That's
eat
not what
that
I'm gonna
roast
pick
beef and
up.
cheese, and you're like, oh my god, the sandwich is so bussin'. That's
I
what
do
it
not
is.
agree with this one. This one I do not like. I've heard it, but I don't like it either. So I
Yeah.
do agree with her. It is painful to my ears.
All
Yeah.
right, the last one, and this might have to tell you in stages. Thought.
Dot what?
Thought. Now, I will tell you this. It's not thought the way it's spelled. It's thought. THOT.
Oh, this has to do with like thirsty ass bitches or some shit like that, right?
Kind of close. Yeah, pretty much. It actually stands for something, but it's basically mainly used in more of the females, but to call someone else a hoe. It's like that
A
hoe over there.
hoe?
That hoe over there. THOT. Think about it like it
Oh,
as an
that
acronym.
hoe over there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is something more that the female generation or the high school girls, would probably use to say one another, and guys would probably say it too for, you know, you know,
Thought.
yeah, thoughts. THOT.
Okay. That hoe over there.
That
Okay,
hoe over
cool.
there.
Yeah, I
Hopefully,
don't
none
know
of the young
when
kids that you
that'll
are
be
working with
used,
use
but
that, but just in case.
yeah, I would have an HR issue if I'm all of a sudden calling my employees thoughts, I guess it would be. That hoe over there's? I have no idea. That's the most terrible use of that I could possibly do. I know thirsty ass something. I figured it had something to do with that, but
It's pretty, yeah,
thought.
pretty similar, but to what it actually means, yeah. So thought, but yeah,
So
thot.
that's what kids are saying in fucking New Hampshire fucking educational systems and shit.
Oh, this is on the internet too, because even though I got the information from my wife and daughter, I kind of looked it up, and yeah, it's out there. So, because I'm like, all right, let me
Wow.
confirm to see how popular this is, and trust me, there is. I had 10 or 15 more. These are just some of the more dumber ones. Like I know you just learned
Like
cap.
like
That's when I.
that's what I learned. But like standing, like if I stand for something, like you know what I mean. Do you know that one? Is that on your list? It's like
No, I know what
you're
we
like a
would use to
big
say.
Final Fantasy stan. Like that's what you are. Like you're a big stand for like
Oh, Stan. I thought you were
dumb
saying, yeah, yeah,
RPGs.
yeah. I almost was on Twitter going to make fun of someone for using the word Stan. I'm just like, really? Did you just pull that out? Yes, I knew what Stan. I learned about Stan while researching this. But yes.
You know you're old when you have to research slang on the internet.
Well, because, you look up one word and then you see other ones. And then, like I said, but I wanted
Yeah,
to know what was actually being used. Hence why
right.
I was working with my wife and daughter. Like, all right, are kids really saying this? And, like I
Hmm.
said, there's a few others, dead ass. It's pretty much the same thing as cap. No bullshit or no cap. Saying
Yeah.
something's dead ass. No lying, so no bullshit.
On
But
God is one that we use here in Lawrence, and that's more of a Hispanic thing. But it's like being like, it's basically saying like I swear, like So if I'm telling you a ridiculous story, I'd be like, yo, on God, like I ate 50 chicken nuggets in 20 minutes, on God. And it's like, oh, okay, cool. Like, here it is, So, but that's like urban slang, for me. So like, dude, the young kids, a lot of the urban slang comes my way from just being a part of like Lawrence and talking to Sarah, who just taught me clout, by the way, which I just learned recently.
I feel like that
Which
was an old one.
clout is like if you're trying to do something on Instagram or Facebook for like likes and shit like that, like you'd be like, yo, like this
Hmm.
person's posting a video of like their grandma dying in a hospital just for some petty ass clout, you
Yep.
know? So
That one I knew. That one I actually knew. So
I
yeah,
learned that one like maybe last month.
I just wanted to share some of those words with you. I
You
don't know which
bastard.
one. I'm impressed. You knew more than half. I think you had. One or two you've learned
Yeah.
recently, but I'm still more impressed. But yes, I wanted to just surprise you. Be like, have you heard this shit? And just to see what you had to say and react to it. So
Yeah, I've heard some shit. Bet I've learned that one, but yeah, no. Thankfully, Cap. Which if you had asked me that last week, I would have been like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Instead, I got to three people, three younger people in their early 20s were all just like, "All right, John, let's listen to you put it in a sentence," and I'm like, "Oh my God, here we go."
you're like,
So
no, no,
yeah, yeah. So thank you for the fucking blind side. Appreciate it.
you're welcome.
I didn't even know when this was gonna happen. If it was gonna happen, you just like blindsided me completely.